Jasmine, you were just kind of able to get what you wanted for a little bit there tonight. Just how'd you feel that groove going in, and did it feel like you were able to do whatever you wanted?
Knowing going into the game that Loyola is a team that can sneak up on you. So I knew if I played my game and kept high energy and did everything I did, we would come out with a dub.
That last basket, I'm assuming you knew that was going to get you the career high.
No, I didn't want the turnover. I wasn't even worried about that. I didn't want the turnover. Because, if the shot clock runs out, she was like, give it to Bryce. Bryce wasn't coming to get it. So I was like, I'm going to go score then. I felt really bad afterwards, though. I was like, that's really rude, but it's okay. No more.
Jasmine, how nice was it to be able to cut the nets in front of the home crowd tonight?
Loved it. Unfortunately for COVID, we had a big crowd, but our usual, that kind of sucks. But at the same time, just the people we had here was great. 3 times, right, Mikael? We've cut down net 3 times. Okay, well, I've cut it 3 times, so 3 times for me. So, yeah, it's a great feeling.
How nonchalant does it kind of feel? Because it just kind of it's expected from you guys at this point. You guys weren't running around the court celebrating after the last one, after today. Just it seems to be an expected thing for y'all.
Yes, definitely expected, but at the same time, we all have that next play mentality. So we know that we have Loyola tomorrow. They could sneak up on us, and who knows what will happen. And we also have Evansville next week. We have Evansville next week. So we have to take all our teams seriously. And we got to cut down our nets. We'll enjoy it while we have it. But at the same time, next play mentality.
You guys are the first Lady Bear group to get that 13-0 conference mark. And there's a pretty good history of Lady Bear teams. Just how much pride are you guys taking in that 0 in the conference column, and how much you want to kind of cap off that perfect regular season in the Valley play?
Definitely want to finish out with the dub, undefeated. I did not know that was a thing, so I'm not the person to ask, but I will comment on it. I think it's very rewarding. At the same time, we have to stay humble and keep working, because postseasons, they don't care. They don't care about our record. Once we get there, it's just we're hooping.
Jasmine, any adjustments you all feel like you need to make going into tomorrow's game?
Probably shut down number 2, Ellie Rice. She got a little ahead of us, and me personally, I need to limit my fouls. I was good for the whole game, and then the fourth quarter, I just got very aggressive. I don't know what just happened, but yeah, limit our fouls and just play, have fun, so we can get everyone playing. And
you guys have
lead early so everyone can play.
You guys have senior day tomorrow. I mean, there are quite a few seniors. Some have made, I know Abby Hipp has said she's coming back. The rest of them seem, at least we don't know of decisions yet. Just for you guys tomorrow, how do you approach it when you don't know who's coming back, who's going? It's just kind of either way, it's a chance to honor your upperclassmen a bit.
I'm definitely fingers crossing that everyone will say a big surprise and say I'm coming back. But what's that, Lou? Okay, just making sure. But definitely want everyone to come back. We're such a good team, and we're all great friends. Love all of them. They're my sisters from other misters. But oh my God, I'm so corny. But definitely, I just hope that we can just send them off with a dub and postseason dubs too.
Who's coming back? Spill the beans.
I don't know. I want to know too. All I know is Abby. I was hoping Brycey, Ellie, sharpshooter, Bree. Oh, I hope Bree comes back. I'll cry. I'm going to cry when they leave. I already know. I'm a sap. But yeah. Whatever.
Do we have anything else for Jazz? All right. Thanks, Jazz. You can tag him in.
Love talking to y'all. Bye.
Thanks, Jazz.
Oh, it's backwards.
All right. Yeah, we just got your questions for Emily.
Emily, you had 1 3, another 3 that turned into a 2, but when you shot it, it looked like a 3. It always cracks me up when I see you take those shots, because it always seems like the defenders are completely caught off guard. How much do you enjoy having that as a part of your game?
I enjoy it a lot. It makes me a little more versatile, and I honestly surprise myself half the time. I just pray it goes in, and and everyone's always telling me to shoot it with confidence, and that's what I did.
You guys have made cutting down the nets a bit of a tradition as of late. Just, this one's a bit different amidst COVID and everything, but still, how did it feel to get to go up there and chop them down?
It's such a great feeling, honestly. Like at the end of the day, when you do something like this, you know all of your hard work is worth it. All those hard practices, all the summer conditioning and everything like that, you just know that you did it for a reason, and having that reward is the best. It's honestly the best.
Emily, you went up there and sank a couple of free throws, nothing but net. How much have you worked on that part of your game?
A lot. When we had a COVID shutdown one weekend, Mox came back and told us we had to shoot 100 free throws a day. And that's kind of where it all started. I would shoot every day 100 free throws with CJ or with Abby J, and we would sit there for 20, 30, 40 minutes just shooting free throws. And that's something that I take a lot of pride in doing and fixing my game, because over my career it hasn't been that well. But this year, I think having to do those extra shots has really helped.
It's senior day tomorrow. Jazz was saying she didn't know. Have you made a decision yet on whether you're going to come back or not?
I don't know yet.
In the meantime, then, you still get senior day then, and, possibly your last home game. Just, how are you feeling heading into that? A chance to kind of, play in front of the Lady Bear crowd for a final time, possibly.
It's very, very, very emotional. 5 years ago today, I actually committed to Missouri State University, and now I'm playing in my last weekend home as a Lady Bear, and it's just very, very emotional. Bree and I went into the locker room this morning. It was all decked out in our senior stuff, and we just cried because we have such great teammates, like Jess says, teammates, sisters, people for life. Like, these are my people, and I just love them to death.
Emily, how fun of a ride has this been for you? Because you came on when this was a good team, and now it's a great team, a nationally ranked team, one of the better teams in the country over the last couple of years when you look at the record. How fun has it been growing with this group of gals?
It's so I'll just keep repeating this. Like, it's just so awesome. Like, so a lot of people don't see how well we get along together. Like, we'll hang out with each other outside of basketball. We do everything together. And I think that's why we have such success, is because we have fun. And no matter what we're doing, we're having fun. Whether we're having a bad moment, we always crack a joke, or we just do this or do that. And then we just snap right back to reality and realize, like, we have to do this, and then we can have fun. So this whole journey has been such a great time. Not a lot of people can say they get 3 rings. So, yeah.
Any more questions for him? All right. Thanks, Em.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Can we see the net? Okay. Oh, what'd you say, start? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Go ahead.
I was looking at myself. Okay. Well, it was a fun night, honestly. Loyola came out. I give them a lot of credit. They're a great team. She's having a great season. They're flopping, I guess, between 3rd and 4th or something like that in the Valley. And, they're really having a great year. And we knew that it wasn't going to be, an easy task. We knew it was going to be a competitive game. They run a lot of ball screens, difficult to guard. You mix it up. They have different reads out of it. So we had to get, not let them get too comfortable in their ball screen stuff and just start contesting a little bit better at the rim and rebounding. But I liked our fire. I think that, we had some kids come back or come off the bench and show up for us. I liked Maya coming back for her first game. She really pushed through some fatigue, pushed the tempo. That's what she does for us. And it got us more stuff in transition early when she came in, and, that's what she has to do. But I like everybody's game today. we hit some adversity. We didn't fold. It was a close game at half. We opened it up a little bit. And I'm just excited that we got to cut down some nets.
Yeah, Coach, you're making a bit of a net collection at this point, just getting to sport that. I know it was a limited crowd, COVID and everything, a bit different than last year. And it seemed almost more professional, like from the team, just kind of, they already have their sights set on their goals that are coming next, but just still, how does it feel to get to chop those down again?
It never gets old. Honestly, this is why you play the game. Winning a championship, no matter what kind of championship, and cutting down nets is the ultimate feeling and the best thing that can happen in sports. So we don't take it lightly. We kind of celebrated a little bit in-house with our players, with our team after the SIU game. Obviously, we didn't really want to post that, but we had a good time in the locker room. We celebrated there. So we got a lot of our joy and everything out just within our family because, that's the way we wanted to celebrate it. But obviously, coming here with our extended families and friends and all that, and being able to cut down the nets, take pictures, and create those memories is huge. But our kids, that's the expectation. We want to win championships, so our kids, they enjoy it. We celebrate it. It's a great accomplishment, but they know that we have a lot of basketball left.
I know it's a few days afterward, but it just kind of had the nonchalant feeling, just like, oh, you guys are expected to do this. Even just looking at social media after you guys clinched it, it wasn't a big outpouring celebration from everybody. Just keeping that expectation where people are just like, it's just the Lady Bears doing what they're supposed to do. How much have you kind of realized that, and do you enjoy that?
I do enjoy it, but I don't necessarily think it was nonchalant for us because we were singing in the locker room. We had the music playing. We are the champions. We had all kinds of stuff. We really did celebrate it, but we just didn't want to put. I think you're going to see a lot of videos and a lot of pictures from today with cutting down the nets. We just didn't want to put a lot out because we wanted to just respectfully celebrate with our fans. We were on the road, and just celebrating there was just kind of for us. But we wanted to make sure our family and friends and our fans got to have a little piece of this championship and just kind of celebrate it with them. So I think it is the expectation, but at the same time, it's a victory for us this year. And, we've celebrated small victories along the way, being ranked, just little beating Maryland, whatever it is. This is actually a big victory, and winning championships, you can't ever just kind of pass over that because, some people can go their whole career and never cut down a net. It's not easy to do. I understand that people believe that we should do it every year, but you never know what can happen. And especially this year, playing teams back to back is completely different and it's difficult. And I know we're undefeated in conference, but it's not easy. Beat a team twice in a row is not easy. Back to back is even harder. So I just think, yes, we have high expectations for ourselves, but we definitely know that this is something that we need to celebrate.
Coach, I know that there are still goals that this team wants to achieve with possibly an undefeated conference season on the line, the Missouri Valley Conference tournament, NCAA tournament. But how much pride do you take in what you and your team's been able to accomplish during this tough year for everyone in the sports world and all of the different start and stops that we've had?
A lot of pride. I'm so proud of them. We fought through so much adversity. We played 10 or 11 games, I can't even remember, without one of our top 6 minutes-wise and production-wise players, a couple of different people, different times. But, this is the first day that we had our whole team together in probably over a month. I don't even know. It's just been up and down, people out, contact tracing, quarantining, schedule changes. There's just been so much, so much uncertainty, so much adversity and things we have to be flexible with and adapt to. So for us to just continue to prevail on and off the court, to be over a 3.5 GPA as a team and just to continue to win championships on the court is nothing to be, looked over. We can't look past that. It's just, we got to be proud, we got to be proud. And I just think our players are very resilient. I think that, they have high expectations for themselves and each other. That's why you see some of them, even though we kind of had the game in control and we were up, you see some of them that are not happy, because they felt like we should be playing better. But, that can also limit you. And there's some players that put the bar so high that, when they don't reach it, they're hard on themselves. So we got a balance of everything, but I'm just proud of all of us, from top to bottom, our staff, our players, and everyone.
Who's coming back? Who's not participating in senior day stuff tomorrow?
I don't, well, Abby Hip is the only one that has said that she's coming back. We're honoring our seniors. Doesn't mean that they're not coming back, but we're honoring everyone else. And I hope they all come back. I hope they all come back. That's all I keep saying. That's what I say to them. You know, at first I was kind of trying to let them find their way. I'm like, hey, you guys just tell me when you want to, you know, when you come to a decision. Now I'm like, look, I want you back. I don't care. I'm putting it out there. I'll shout it from the rooftops. Come back. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what decision they make.
How special is this group? I mean, in all the Lady Bear history, no one's ever gone 13-0 in the conference. Just how great is this senior class and what they've been able to accomplish over the last few years?
Huge. Not only talented, but great leaders. You know, when you really look at it, obviously Abby Hip's coming back, but she's a part of that core senior class. Great leader. Bryce has turned into a tremendous leader. Bree, you guys don't really realize because she's, you know, came here as a walk-on, earned her way scholarship-wise, and doesn't play a lot. But Bree is one of our leaders as well. Actually, was named captain by her teammates. You know, Bree is like an extension of the coaching staff, always positive, brings the energy, holds people accountable in practice. So she's a great leader as well. And Emily's an emotional energy leader at times for us too. You know, when she gets an and one or something like that, the place erupts, even in practice. You know, she'll do that in practice. So all of them, you know, bring, you know, and Ellie, I'm sorry, I forgot about Ellie. So Ellie is also somebody that's super consistent and just brings leadership by example. She doesn't always have to say a lot, but that kid is going to work harder than anybody else. I mean, it's phenomenal how she works. So I just think their leadership is what really elevates our team. Yes, they're talented. The junior class is talented as well, and you know, and so on. But the leadership that they bring takes us to another level.
That was the last question, Coach. So thank you, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.